Cry Little Sister is one of the most beloved songs in music and cinema history.
People don't even know the film, but they know the song.
Cry Little Sister is a favorite song of mine on the soundtrack.
I freaking love that song.
The soundtrack just weaves into that film in a very integral way.
The music was perfect, but a secret trick during the edit shocked everyone.
And I was so bloody nervous. I remember everybody looked at me, my manager, "Are you committing artist suicide? What are you doing here?" The rest is history. I mean, it just became one of those anthemic pieces of music. And it's just gone on to affect people's lives. I can't really answer why that is.
Cry Little Sister captivated millions, but many people still don't know the meaning behind the song.
It's about finding family. It's about when we're young, we are immortal. I sent it to Joel, and he called me 3 days later. He says, "I'm playing the song on the set on repeat. It's that good." Everybody's going, "What is that?"
I didn't know Joel Schumacher was going to put together that soundtrack, and it hit.
Its dark Gothic chords reshaped cinema history, and its story begins now.
Joel Schumacher was filming in Santa Cruz, and he said, "I'm doing this film called Lost Boys. I'd love for you to write like an iconic theme song to it." And I said, "Well, when can I take a look at it?" And he said, "Well, we're filming right now, but I thought to just send you a script." And he did say it was a vampire movie, and I said, "Okay, this is cool." I couldn't believe what I was reading. It was so much fun, but yet had a point of view. It was such a magical read. I remember reading it at night, and then the next morning I got up, went to my piano, and I started to come up with an idea. I had my guitar there. I kept going back between my guitar and piano as to figuring out where this song was going to go. Within about an hour's time, I started to get a vibe, and as things are in New York in the early 80s, it was very gothic, and there was a vibe in New York that kind of helped me get into writing the song. And by the time I got to my studio, it was written. I probably came up with it within the hour or 2 hours, I guess.
And it was the raw pulse of the Lindrum and innovative synclavier, which gave this track its haunting edge.
The thumping just really sets the tone for a vampire film.
A mate of mine who was playing this drum groove in the other room, and I said, "What is that?" And I said, "Give me that." And it was it was just a brand new sound, and I just took it and just made that the groove.
What's happening, Mini Star?
And that friend was none other than Michael Mainieri. Being a true maestro of the studio, he teamed up to co-produce the track, blending his rhythmic genius with the song's dark, cinematic atmosphere.
I finished up writing the melodic factors, and I got the idea about the choir. Then that night I brought in 4 kids to sing the backing track. It was one of those things, you just hope the song worked against the characters. The demo was quite good. I sent it off to Joel. His voice was coming over my answer machine. He says, "Pick up," and I could hear Cry Little Sister in the background. And I said, "What's up?" And he said, "Been playing this song on set, mate. It's unbelievable." Everybody's going, "What is that?"
The final mix was cut at Electric Lady, Hendrix's legendary studio, leaving the director speechless.
He was enamored by it and just said, "I can't believe you've not seen a piece of footage of this film, and it just absolutely cinematically works as we're shooting the film."
And with all the time that has passed, the song resonates in more ways than one.
It means a few things. It means youth, angst, finding family. Some people are looking for more of a family than they have. I think what the song does, and I think what the film does, it's got so much great humor in it, and it's got horror, but it all meets in the center. It has caught on to wave after wave of generations. And that's such a gratifying experience, watching that grow in that way.
And a deeper meaning to the song reigns true like never before.
Just the whole idea of the immortality factor that goes on with it. When we're young, we are immortal, and that is, I think, one of the things that it has going for itself. And in that mortality, you're searching to find people that you relate to. Kiefer's character was a very lonely soul, kind of rebel without a cause. He was creating a family, and that's what I wanted to do, to get across in the song without being on point with it. There's never once I say vampire in the song, if you notice. You tell a story within a story, and that's what I did with Cry Little Sister. And then when I went out to LA to look at the film, he had me come out and we were placing the song in the film. And Joel says, I want to put this song everywhere in the movie. And I said, well, slow down, cowboy. It was one of those, can't put it everywhere in the movie.
These unique instrumental layers were quickly cut to tape. They became iconic and made every scene they were in unforgettable.
Are a killer.
But a decision made during the edit was soon to change everything.
Once I got with him in LA, and I was so bloody nervous. I remember the opening scene of the film, I said, take my voice out, just leave it to choir. And everybody looked at me, my manager, are you committing artist suicide? What are you doing here? I said, no, man. Those choir voices is what needs to go over that water, not me. The rest is history. I mean, you never know what's going to happen when you write a song. People thought Sisters of Mercy did it or Bauhaus did it. But no, I really wrote it and I did it in that movie.
I thought the soundtrack was cool at a time when I didn't think much was cool.
I mean, Cry Little Sister is classic.
I'm always so critical of what I do. For the first time, I actually enjoyed watching and hearing something. And just going like, this works. Yeah, and to that point, when I performed Cry Little Sister, it's like a holy 4 or 5 minutes, you know? You could feel something otherworldly happening.
Joel had this kind of very specific movie in his head that none of us were going to understand completely till we saw it. And it's so cool and so rare as an actor to watch a movie where you just know that it works from like the first shot and you're like, oh wow. Like from that first like helicopter shot across the water down into the carousel, you're like, oh damn.
People don't even know the film, but they know the song. Yeah. So it just traveled in such a way where I never imagined. And it's just gone on to affect people's lives. I can't really answer why that is. It's never the same story about somebody's life being affected by that song. The movie had something to do with it, but it's just became one of those anthemic pieces of music, which I'm forever proud of.
You'll never grow old, Michael, and you'll never die.
The legacy of Cry Little Sister is eternal, and it will forever immortalize the fallen.
So check it out, Mikey.
Bottoms up, man.
Even though you're a vampire, you're still my brother. You're a creature of the night, Michael. Just like out of a comic book. You're a vampire, Michael.
Looks like he's dead.
Playing dead. And from what I heard, doing a damn good job of it, too.
Don't ever invite a vampire into your house, you silly boy. It renders you powerless.
The music's great. That makes the movie. And if people get a kick out of it, then I'm really honored, you know.
Nostalgia never dies.